only thing missing is, like, does it count that you went to family dinner if you were face down at said dinner? When is the Fauxberto Roberto showdown happening? Next Wednesday?
Next Thursday.
That's happening, though. We're in?
That is happening. We are in.
And hold on. Wait a minute. Who produced that? If there's no way Roberto produced it, they're sworn enemies.
I had to convince him, dude, look, you are good at what you do. You got to do it. You got to do it.
Oh,
you gotta hear what he says about you.
So basically, you've just emasculated Roberto to the point of no return. You've turned him into one of the Unsullys.
So you
Unsullied or whatever they were from Game of Thrones.
So you made Roberto buy the wedding dress for his ex's wedding,
right? Roberto brought the engagement ring for his ex-wife.
The amount of pride I had to swallow by saying Roberto is better than me at something, I was like, Roberto, you got to do this. You have to make it.
Now, hold on. Does Roberto get a chance to now cut a spot about Fauxberto?
Well, here's the deal. Fauxberto came over to us. We were talking, asking when it's happening, being proactive about it. My man wrote 3 of these things on his own before I even went to him. That means Roberto's going to have to put in the effort to make this.
Well, then you're effed right off the top.
Well, yeah, I'm likable. Kind of.
And things.
Yeah, stuff. I know music.
But he doesn't, dude.
My kids, I think they like me.
I got to tell you something. I have a bad feeling Roberto is going to get absolutely smashed. Not the way he thinks in this music battle next Thursday.
I think that this is going to become something that will be legendary.
Let me ask you a question.
Because both need this victory.
Do you think, Evan, I wonder, I should call the guys at FanDuel. Maybe we could get this up on the site.
Wouldn't that be awesome? Dude, I've been doing impromptu questions with them throughout the hallway. I've been looking up all these questions.
I think Roberto's in big trouble.
And Roberto struggles. Fauxberto's just snapping them out.
I was privy to that this morning. Oh, Fauxberto, he on it.
They both need this victory. I don't know what's going on in their lives, but they need this W. Like a fish needs water.
Like, let me give Roberto a test question real quick.
I don't know.
Roberto, how many songs did Elvis Presley write?
What?
Okay, maybe he didn't hear it.
wrote
Roberto,
none.
how many songs did Elvis Presley write?
None. 0.
Did he look it up? See, we're going to need him in here because he was so flabbergasted to having the answer.
No, the day that this goes down, they're both in here. There will be no laptops. There will be no phones. It's going to be a battle royale. And if you're new to this, no, this isn't our topic in the 3 o'clock hour. I'm just shocked at what we heard. We've hired a guy in this building that's basically, it looks like Roberto's twin, except they're complete opposites. And Fauxberto does not like being called Roberto, and he doesn't like being referred to as Fauxberto. So naturally, we twisted the knife to the point where now they want to have a battle royale because what does Fauxberto have in common with Roberto? Nothing except their love of music and vinyl. They're both nerds. So now they're having these arguments about who knows more about music, and we're going to do it live on the air. But when I tell you they'll both be in studio and you won't know who's who, I mean it. It's unbelievable.
The split screen on Twitch that day will be phenomenal.
It will.
With us together.
It's going to look absolutely ridiculous. Ridiculous. Excellent work. Now, we are going to need the political ad the other way, where, Roberto's calling Fauxberto a scumbag or something like that. Now, you got to figure it out.
Oh, it's coming.
Oh, man, I wish I would have told me. I would have produced this one.
Oh, boy.
I would have did the Fauxberto. I mean, it's a little insulting to make Roberto do this. Like,
here.
How low did we think of Roberto?
Campaign.
Gain your pride back by beating Fauxberto.
Jesus. I mean, guys, seriously?
Hey, we're running a smear ad. Yeah, what do I care? Well, you have to produce it. Well, who's it about?
You.
I was flattered.
That's unbelievable.
And it better be good.
Right.
Right. It better make me think that you are a total loser.
Right.
It was good then. It was good.
Don't make
good job,
it.
Roberto.
Don't make it like that Jansen's Italian Bistro. Make it actual good work. That was stellar work. I'm just not comfortable that you had to sit there. I bet you Roberto was in tears.
You know what? And they probably looking at his shirt. I bought the shirt for my son. I should be able to wear it. Who is he? The king of shirts?
I mean, he does wear shirts with buttons, which is something Roberto hasn't done since he was in management.
Yeah, those just slow you up.
Right. You're more aerodynamic now.
Right.
All right, David, you can give me a couple of the ticket texts. Then I do want to get to the topic at hand, which is, do we need to change our expectations about our teams in order to enjoy our teams? I'm not capable of that, but like the Pistons won last night. It was an exciting home opener, but the problem is they're going to lose more than they win. The Red Wings are off to a hot start, but once again, going to lose more than they win. Kenny, you can have the dream. We'll have the conversation. But we didn't change our expectations with the Lions, and it's been misery. We didn't change our expectations with the Tigers. It was misery. I don't want to go through that with the Wings and Pistons, who we feel pretty positive about, that they're turning a corner, that they're young and exciting and better. But I feel like if we don't alter how we watch them, we're just going to be angry again. So I want to get into that a little bit.
That's exactly how you have to watch them.
I don't want to change my expectations.
No, have none. Don't change them. Just don't have any. And it's enjoyable. You know what it is? It's that movie that you haven't heard about or the restaurants you've never heard about, and you stumble upon it, and you're like, wow, that was pretty good. And you're like, yeah, you had no expectations. Nobody hyped it up. You just went in there, or you just watched it. That's what the sports teams around here should be. Because it was fun watching the Pistons last night. Now, David thinks they're going to win 72 games. I don't. But Doug says something in crosstalk when I'm like, you know what? Where you're looking, he didn't say that, but the 4 of the 5 people on the court will probably be here for the next few years and become the core of this team.
Okay.
Well, I'm saying then they'll get better, but right now they're all young. Whereas before, when you looked at the Pistons or you look at certain teams, you're saying, yeah, they're not going to be here. These guys are Band-Aids. We're still waiting on – Kenny, you're waiting on guys to come up from the IHL or wherever, and but now you're starting to say, we got something here, but they're just really young. Down the line, yes. Right now, no.
But Kenny's watching these games with expectation. Kenny expects to win. Kenny expects the Wings to be in the graphic down the stretch. I think that's your correct?
Yeah, Edgar Salt and Pepper, whatever you call him. Yeah, no.
It is Elmer Soferberg.
Exactly. No, I expect to win.
I got half of it right.
You got as much of it as you probably could have.
Elmer Soderblom?
Soderblom.
Edwin
Tomato. All right.
There's not no 2 O's in there.
Would you rather I just call him Tall Swedish Kid?
Actually, yes. Instead of
too
Edward
bad.
Saltshake.
Alfredo Ramenstein.
Not Edwin Cider Mill?
No.
Ernesto Cider Mill. Go ahead. But now here's the problem. If the Wings don't deliver on this, you're going to end up miserable again.
Correct. I'm ready to be hurt again. I've emotionally prepared myself to be in pain come March, April.
I don't know if I am
fine.
after what the Lions have done. That's my problem. Between the Tigers and Lions, this has been one of the most brutal summer/falls we've ever had. And now it's like, are we really lining up to be optimistic about these two teams when they have even a higher degree of failure rate, where they can hurt us even easier because of their youth? Because of how hard the leagues they are, the leagues they play in are to turn it around? I don't know. I mean, David, you're going to have expectations for the Pistons.
Yes, I am. We're 41 wins away from our 42.
Oh,
and so what happens is, if they don't make the playoffs, yes, I'll be disappointed because we won't be bad enough to get Wimbayama. I was about to mess his name up.
But if you lowered your expectations to 30 wins, you wouldn't be happy?
I don't want to lower my expectations.
See, I don't. See, here's the thing. When I presented this topic, this spits in your face.
It does.
I knew you were going to be so against this. That's why I gave it to David while you were cutting Cash the Ticket, so you couldn't shoot it down.
Perfect. Just perfect. Well played.
Because fandom means you want your team to win at all times, every time, every year. But realistically speaking, we've said this before, so this isn't breaking news. We're in this rarefied air that none of the teams here are good. Normally, there's always one that's a contender that kind of you can hang on that one no matter what. they're all bad. And they're all going to be bad for a few years. I had to convince David of this because he fought me on this. But you're probably looking at 3 years before you have a team that you could say, yes, this team could win a cup. This team could win the finals. This team could win a World Series. You're at least 3 years away from that. So we can keep doing wash, rinse, repeat and just be miserable and angry, or because we're in rarefied air, this is new territory, maybe you take a step back and just kind of enjoy the game, enjoy the moment. When they win, you're good. But if not, don't worry.
I'll give you my rebuttal to this next.